Can I get hoorah again? Hoorah! All right, we're up. So I'm going to introduce Josh. Josh is going to do an amazing job on talking about building Facebook groups, populating them, and then monetizing on them. Give him a round of applause.
All right, guys, real quick, can we just all say hi to the camera really fast? We have a video here. Everybody say hi. Oh, actually, let's do one thing. David has, what, hoorah? Is that what it is? All right, you guys are kind of quiet when he does it. I want to be louder than whatever the loudest one he was, all right? So on the count of 3, we're going to be really, really loud. Got it? 1, 2, 3, hoorah! All right, there you go, David. Beat that. All right, guys. Guys, my name is Josh Forti, and first off, I want to thank David for having me out here. When he told me that I was coming to speak on Facebook groups, I was super, super excited, and then he told me I had 20 minutes. And I was like, oh, I'm used to like 2 hours. So I'm going to try to get through this as fast as I possibly can. But a couple things. I'm a very interactive person, and I love Facebook Live, so I get to talk to my audience. So I'm going to be talking to you guys a lot as we kind of run through this relatively quickly, okay? So if I ask you, does that make sense? I need a verbal yes or reply from you guys so that I know that that makes sense and we can move on. Does that make sense? Yeah. There we go. All right. So guys, I got started in social media 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago now or so, and I actually started on the Instagram platform. I was a young kid, this whole social media game was cool, I grew 4 million followers on Instagram, but when I first got started, I could not sign clients to save my life because what I found was that even though Instagram had a lot of people on it, Instagram didn't have a lot of buyers. And so I had to figure out how to actually position myself as an authority because I was like this behind the scenes kid that was like growing these huge Instagram accounts and networks and things like that. And I had to go out and like find people that were willing to actually pay me for these services. I knew I was really, really good. How many of you are really, really good at what you do? Yeah? Okay, good. So you know that you can provide a good quality result to a buyer if a buyer comes to you, right? Yes? All right. So I knew I could do that as well, and so I had to shift from the Instagram platform, and I had to figure out, okay, where are my buyers, and how do I position myself as an authority? And so I started searching around, and sure enough, hands down, I have found on social media, and I've lived on social media like 12 to 14 hours a day, Facebook groups are that place. Facebook groups are the only form of only platform on social media that allows you to benefit off of the content that other people are posting for you. Think about this. I have an Instagram account. How many of you guys have Instagram? How many people post on your Instagram account besides you? No one. How many of you have a Facebook page? How many people post on your Facebook page besides you? No one. Right, exactly. It's only you or the moderator that you have. How many of you have a Facebook group? Oh. Okay, you only need to have a Facebook group. All right, so when you have a Facebook group, other people can interact and post their content, and if they post good content and people interact with it, you win because you're the credible authority and it's your group, and it creates a community, but it still positions you as the authority. So no matter how much value someone gives in your group, you're still winning. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? There we go. Okay, so I'm going to give you 3 steps to building a highly targeted Facebook group, all right? When I go into bars, I get carded, so if I gave out alcohol like the last guy did, I might I might get arrested for like underage because I look really young. But I can give you 3 actionable steps. Are we cool with that? There we go. All right, cool. So take out your notepads, pen and paper, and we're gonna go through and we're gonna talk about 3 steps. Now, I don't have slides, and so I'm just gonna have you follow along with me here. Is that cool? All right. The first thing that we need to do, and this is the thing that I did right away when I first started, I got on from the Instagram platform, I came over to Facebook, and I was like, okay, if I have a Facebook group, how the heck are people going to know about it, right? So how many of you have ever opened a Facebook group before? Even if you don't have it now, how many of you have ever started one? Raise your hand. How many of you are going to start one after I convince you that you're going to start one? That's better, okay. Well, when you open up a Facebook group, it's hard to get members in there. Nobody knows that your Facebook group exists. There's no way for you to be like, unless you have already or a huge audience, there's no way for you to be like, hey guys, here's my Facebook group to 5,000 people. You're not gonna have that happen right away. So I had to figure out where are my eyeballs currently at and where can I actually go bring exposure to my Facebook group. Okay, so step number 1 is to prepare for your Facebook group. All right, prepare for your Facebook group if you're taking notes. Preparing for your Facebook group means optimizing your profile, So going in and taking your profile very, very seriously and positioning yourself as a credible or knowledgeable person in your industry. A couple speakers back was talking about building your brand and crafting that storyline. That's hugely, hugely important here, all right? So you're gonna go and you're gonna treat your Facebook profile and take this very, very seriously. It made one of my clients $40,000 in 3 months, so take it seriously. You're going to treat your Facebook profile as your online business card. How many of you have business cards? Raise your hand. Way up high. How many of you got them? Okay, about half of you. I've been asked that like 5 times here since I've been here. Hey, Josh, can I have your business card? Like, guys, I'm a millennial. Like, I have Facebook, all right? Facebook is my business card. Facebook needs to be your business card, your profile, because at the end of the day, we are in the people game, and at the end of the day, none of us, not even me, not any of us probably in this room, unless there's a celebrity I don't know about, are big enough yet to where someone's gonna come and look up your page and like look at the one that has likes on it. Do you guys know the difference? Actually, I should know that. Do you guys know the difference between a page and a profile on Facebook? Yes? Does anybody not? Okay, we're good. So your profile is where people are gonna come and learn about you. So if you're in the real estate space and I'm coming to buy a house and you come up to me and you're like, hey, I want to buy a house, and I'm like, yeah, check me out on Instagram, Facebook, whatever, where they're going to find the most information about me, the first place they're going to start is my profile. Every single time, I don't care what anybody tells you, that's where they're going to go. So every single part of your online profile for Facebook needs to be optimized for you and what you do. If you have cat pictures on there, if you have pictures of your family on there, I'm sorry, get rid of them if you want to make money on social media. If you don't, then you can leave them up there. But I see so many people that are like, oh, it's just my friends and family, or oh, that's not what I do business there. Well, guess what? If you post anything anywhere, it's coming from that profile. So, sorry, you've got to have that optimized. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? There we go. All right, come on, guys. Be active with me here. All right, so that's the first thing. You got to optimize your profile. The second thing that you have to do to prepare is you need to launch your Facebook group, but don't let anybody in yet, okay? So you're going to launch it, and your keywords of your Facebook group are going to be speaking specifically to your target market. Does that make sense? Okay, that was kind of lame, but I'll let it slide. So keywords specific to your audience. So if you're in Miami and you're a realtor in Miami and you're looking for other real estate agents, you're going to speak to real estate agents, not to home buyers, right? Does that make sense? Okay. So if I'm in Tampa and I'm speaking to home buyers, who am I not going to speak to? Real estate agents, right? Because I want to speak to whoever it is that I'm trying to attract. Name and keywords are very important. Description is very important. You have to let people know what your Facebook group is about. Facebook actually helps or credits or like boosts up in the algorithm, favors, that's the word I'm looking for. Favors people that have a good description and a good cover photo and all 5 tags in their group. So if you don't have all 5 tags in your group and you don't have a description in your group and you have a really lame non-interactive cover photo, Facebook is going to push you down in the algorithm and not show your group to as many people. How many of you knew that? Couple people, cool. The rest of you did not. You learned something today. All right. So you've optimized your profile, you've launched your group, you've gone through and you've prepared all of these things. You have your description, your tag, your keywords, and all those things of that nature. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to create your first 5 to 7 days of content. Okay? Before anybody comes into your group, I want you to have pre-prepared 5 to 7 days of content because you should be able to look at that content and watch the flow of your content and make sure that if a complete newbie comes into my group, that they're going to be able to follow the process of what I'm about and how interactive I am. And what I'm about, what I'm doing, what I'm going to teach them. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Yeah. There we go. Okay. So this is before we've ever launched the group. Are we all good so far? Yeah. Okay. Then we're going to launch the group. This is step number 2, which is launch. So we have, how much time do I have left? Okay, we're good. All right. Then we're going to launch the group. So prepare was first, then we're going to launch. Launch comes when now you have your profile optimized. You're going to make a post on your profile. You're going to go out there and hit your list, go to your people, let everybody know to join, and you're going to get them all to interact as fast as you possibly can right after that you launch that Facebook group. Day number 1 of your Facebook group, you need to start going live every single day. How many times are we going to go live? Repeat after me. every single day for at least the first week. I go live almost every single day, and I've had my group up for 2 years. I go live almost every single day. My group's at almost 35,000 members, and I've never spent a single dime on traffic on it, okay? Because I go live and I keep the group very interactive. So when you launch your group, you want to get them engaged, and you want to go live, and you want to interact with them as much as possible. I personally like to actually go and have like a 3 to 5 day challenge to where as soon as they come into the group, they're going to be instantly interactive, and I instantly get them on my list. Make sense? Make sense? There we go. All right, next, you're going to have a welcome video. How many of you guys have ever used Facebook ads? Whew. How many of you have not used Facebook ads? Wow, guys, you got to use Facebook ads. Too bad I'm not talking on that. Anyway, how many of you know what a Facebook tracking pixel is? Okay, so for those of you that don't know what a Facebook tracking pixel is, it's a little thing that you can put on landing pages to where if your customer comes and hits that page, you know that they were there, and you can run an ad to them, following them around the internet, basically, saying buy my stuff or join my group or whatever that thing is. Now you kind of get the idea of what I'm talking about now? Okay, well, what sucks about Facebook groups, and for those of you that have Facebook groups, as you probably know this, you can't put a Facebook pixel on your content in your group. There's no way to run ads specifically to people in your group just by being like, I want to target everybody in that group. You can't do that on Facebook, all right? So if you're a real estate agent and you have a group full of 2 or 3 or 4 or 5,000 people in it, and you want to run ads to them, how many of you would want to run ads to a Facebook group of 5,000 people if you had it all in there? You want to run ads, right? Here's what you do. You're going to take on your page, not your profile, but on your Facebook page, you're going to create a video, a welcome video from your group, or for your group. You're going to share that video to your group, and you're going to hide that video on your page so that nobody can see it on your page, but now it's in your group. Because now every single person in your group that watches that video, you can now track with a Facebook pixel, and you can run ads to them. Gosh, you guys are not marketers at all. Usually when I say that, everyone's like, oh my gosh. And you guys didn't do any of that. But does that make sense? Okay, how many of you think that that's valuable? Okay, good, good. So we've launched our group. We've come up with the content. We're getting people in. We've made posts. We've hit our list. People are starting to come in. We're going live every single day. We have our welcome video in there. We're targeting them with we're getting the Facebook pixel data because everybody's coming in and watching our videos. Now it's time to scale our Facebook group. And I know this is the part where you guys all really want to learn from, right? How many of you guys want to know how to grow a Facebook group? Man, so many people don't really want to. You guys are. How many of you want to know how to grow a Facebook group? There we go. All right. So there's 2 primary ways on social media to grow a Facebook group. There's the organic route and there's the paid route, okay? The organic route, for those of you that are taking notes, is the route that I've gone primarily for me because it's attraction-based marketing, okay? So I want people to be interested in my stuff. So what I did is a list of all of my influencers, and for you guys it would be in your local areas. For me it was a little bit different, but you can do this as well in the local area. And I want to see who is engaging on their content, okay? Where are they putting out their content? Where are their followers hanging out? So if let's say you're in Miami down here, there's a bunch of celebrities and big Miami influencers or whatever. So who's real big in the Miami space? You find those people and you figure out where they're putting content and where their followers are hanging out, where all the people in Miami are hanging out. And then you go to that area and you start posting content there. So if there's a Miami-based Facebook group for, I have no idea. If there's somebody else in the area that has a Miami-based Facebook group for real estate, you're going to go into that Facebook group and you're going to post lots and lots of really good content. You're going to go out there and you're going to hit up people in the DMs. You're going to answer any questions that you have. You're going to over-provide on value, and you're not going to ask for anything in return, okay? You're just going to provide value. Because if you provide value to all these people, all of a sudden you start becoming the authority, and they're going to come back to your profile. And they're going to click on your profile. And if your profile is optimized, like we talked about, you're going to have a lot of people that see your content in other people's groups, on other people's blogs, on other people's, wherever your audience is hanging out, and they're going to come back to your profile. Your profile is going to send them right to your Facebook group because that's what it's optimized for. And you look like the credible authority. Does that make sense? I did a post one time in a Facebook group, and I did this exact same thing. I had my profile optimized for my group, sent it back there, and I did a post in one of my competitors' Facebook groups, and within 24 hours from that post being made, I had signed 2 new clients. One was worth $10,000, and the other one was worth $2,500, okay? Didn't pay a dime for them, simply because I provided value. They came to my profile. They told me, they're like, we clicked on your profile. It looked awesome and amazing. We joined your group. We saw you were legit. We hit you up, and now we're doing business together, okay? How many of you guys want that to happen for you? Yeah, okay. So when you're growing a Facebook group, the key to this, and I know this is like, sounds like, oh, okay, Josh, that's really vague, but this is the exact steps that we use as marketers. We find out where our ideal customers are hanging out at online. Other Facebook groups, other Facebook pages, wherever they're going, and start providing value there, start hitting them up, and start attracting them to our group. That's the organic route. We all clear on that? Does that make sense? Okay. Paid route. Now, I'm not huge into paid advertising to growing groups. However, we have done it before, and I want to let you know that it is against, at least it was, it might not still be, but it is against Facebook's terms and conditions to actually run a Facebook ad directly to your group to try to get members, all right? So we can't do that, which is actually fine for us, because if I was running a Facebook ad just to add people to my group, the quality of my group member at that point is going to be very low. Because I'm basically like, hey, join this free group. I don't have them on a list. There's really no interaction. They don't know who I am at all. So they're not going to really engage in my group, right? However, if you were to go out there and create a PDF, create a free lead magnet. How many of you guys know what a free lead magnet is? Ooh. Okay, so a free lead magnet is something that we give away for free in marketing. So if I was targeting people that wanted to buy a house, all right, I'm going to create like a guide. 3, 4, 5-page guide. Doesn't have to be anything too complicated. And maybe it's like the 5 big mistakes people make when buying their first house, okay? And I'm going to give that away for free, and I'm going to run an ad to my ideal audience and lose money on the front end. So maybe it costs me $5 a click or $5 a conversion to get that to them. However, now I have their email address because I've given them something for free. In order to deliver that, I'm going to get their email. And then on the thank you page, most people just leave it blank, or they're like, oh, you could book a call here, or oh, you can sign up for our newsletter, or whatever it is. I always push them to a Facebook group, because now I've run an ad and I know they're interested in whatever it is that I'm talking about in my group. So if I have a group on real estate agents, and or for real estate agents, and I want to attract real estate agents, I'm going to figure out what is the biggest pain point of real estate agents. I'm going to create something for free, an informational packet or guide that's going to be attractive to them. I'm going to run ads to it and give it away for free. They're going to download it because they're interested in it. And then I'm going to say, hey, by the way, I have a Facebook group on this exact very thing for free. You can come and join. We're seeing anywhere from 60 to 75% of the people that actually download that join the Facebook group. Now, you have them on an email list. You have your content in their hands, and you have them in your Facebook group now. Who thinks that's valuable? There we go. All right. Paid versus organic. Organic is going to be slower. Paid is going to be faster, obviously. However, organic, when done right, is the best form of word of mouth, because when you're providing massive amounts of value every single day in your Facebook group, talking about whatever it is that you talk about, creating engaging content, keeping them engaged, showing them, like, this is how you do this is how you do this, et cetera, they're going to go and they're going to spread it with their friends. And how many of you know that word of mouth is the best form of marketing? Not the most scalable, but it's the best form. How many of you would agree, yes or no? There we go. Okay? So, prepare. Prepare your profile. Prepare your group. Prepare your content. Know your market. Next, launch. Launch your Facebook group. Get your content in there. Be going live every single day. Then scale by going out there, figuring out where your target market is going to be at, providing them ads to them with value, and bring them into your Facebook group. Engage them, and I promise you guys, you'll have more business than you know what to do with. And someone up here earlier said that Josh Altman probably doesn't do that much prospecting. I 100% agree with that. And hopefully Josh doesn't come up here and go, you guys were both wrong, I do tons of prospecting, because that would look embarrassing. But I would imagine that he does not do very much prospecting, at least for his products and services, because of the presence that he has online. That's what a Facebook group creates for you. And when you have the community there, you are the authoritative figure. So you follow Josh, just like all of your group members in your group are going to follow you. All right? Guys, thank you so much for your time. I really, really appreciate it. If you found value in this, let's, one more time. 1, 2, 3, a big hoorah. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Hoorah! Guys, thank you so much. God bless.